Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Harvest Moon. In the last episode we got pretty far. In this episode we're going to be continuing to go pretty far. Alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. We should have 3 cows now. Oh, still 2. Yes, cow, good girl, you look fine today. Dun, 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 dun. Always also brush your cows before you milk them, because you never know if their heart rate is going to be higher. And if it is, then you might have a chance of getting better milk than you would have if you would have just milked them outright. I've tested this theory out on a lot of Harvest Moon games with farming, and I've found that the fastest way to make money really is to just buy a cow. It's not to make another cow, because by the time the cow's born, it'll be way too late. The cow, it would have already been like a few weeks, and by then the cow is just a little baby cow and needs to get to this cow form, and then, yeah, it'll approximately take like 2 months before you can get a cow at full size. Which, again, we just don't have that kind of time. So tomorrow we're going to be buying our last cow for this year, because I don't see us getting 5,000 gold by the time that the year ends, and I don't think you can buy livestock in winter. I don't really think you can sell livestock in winter either, whoops. But I know you can't buy it. At least that's what I remember. And even if we could buy it, I'm going to be buying a lot of seeds in that time, so I'm not really too keen on wanting to buy more cows. Like, we might up until, like, the last couple of weeks of winter. But that's it. I really do want all more of the cows that we can obtain through the game, before year 2, but at the same time, I know it's probably going to be impossible. Given the fact that we also have to buy seeds, and seeds will make it possible to buy more cows. But that being said, also next year we are going to be doing entirely corn. Just because it's the most money we can get for a thing, so instead of getting, you know... Also, I'm pretty darn sure we have all of the chickens that we can possibly have, because that egg still has not hatched, and it would have already hatched by now had we had, any room here, but we don't, so... Alright. Kinds of main animals in the mountain doesn't give you comfort. Well, like I have stated many times, if they want to eat me, no, it does not give me comfort. I kind of wish that, you know, I wish that the characters had a little bit more personality. Even in other Harvest Moon titles and other farming clones, personality's kind of left behind. It's kind of generic, it's not really there, it's... You don't play the games for the characters, I will say that. Like, you always play Harvest Moon games, it's for the gameplay. You never play it because you want to interact with the characters very much, if at all. At least that's how I've always seen it. As much as I love Animal Parade, and as much as I'd love to play that game as well, I will say that game has a lot of flaws, in the sense that that game... It doesn't really do foraging very much justice. You can make a good fair bit amount of money with foraging, but it's not in one whack, and it's not at once. It would take you a few years to accumulate enough to get a highest rank you possibly can in that game, because they started putting ranks in the game. So your rank determines, like, the reward you'll get at the end of the month, basically, and then at the end of the year. And depending on what you're ranked in, is essentially what you're gonna get. Like, ranch products, you're gonna get ranch products. If you get, you know, farming, you're gonna get fertilizer, stuff like that. Like, it's like a bonus reward that can also boost you in the game. So it is a very, very good thing to have and do. It's just mildly frustrating to the player when one of those systems doesn't really offer you very much money or is worth doing. I will say this, however, that time passes so slowly in that game, it's ridiculous. As a result, you could probably do a lot of the things that I just said you could do that would take a bajillion amounts of time. But, yeah, it would definitely come at a cost. And that would be time. I want to buy a cow. Cow costs 5,000 gold. Yes, I know that. Deliver. I do believe that it will be the last cow we will be purchasing for this year. Because we need as many seeds as we can possibly get of potatoes. Because the closer we can close in the closer we get to closing in on the achievement, the better off we'll get. But I would really love to just have all of the cows we possibly get in the game before that happens. So let's see, we're missing... We're missing 4 cows. Pretty good margins. That would translate to 25,000 gold, roughly. It's a lot, but I do believe we can get there. There was actually a time period in this game where I thought that having cows was impossible. Like, I really thought it was impossible. Because the way the game has it at 5,000 gold apiece, if you are not maximizing as much as you possibly can do in a day, you really won't have that many cows, and you certainly won't have as many as I've got. And I found that out very much the hard way. Like, there's no really other way to learn how to play this game effectively other than playing the game all the way through and beating it. And then you see, okay, well, I need to try this strategy, or I need to try that strategy, and going through the game like that. Like, that's really the only way you can play the game. And honestly, with the amount of strategies there are to play this game, it's a very good thing for something like a sandbox farming game to have. There's many different strategies to play the game. And again, ones like Stardew Valley, unfortunately for me, I just don't see there being many strategies other than just farming. That's it. Foraging doesn't really do you very much good. You know, ranching might as well. It does help, but it just, unless you have tons of them, it cannot equate or have any purpose to spending your energy more on just a farm with crops like anything else. But this one is very balanced. I always considered other ones to be heavily unbalanced. And again, I think a lot of that is due to the case of, you know, winter not really being a problem for any other game. Like, there's always irrigation, there's stuff like greenhouses and such, and even seeds that you can plant in the winter, which is true. There are plants that grow in the winter, but the chances of that being a common case for a lot of farmers to have seeds that are like that is very low. And I just found the concept of the availability of seeds that can grow in the winter, logical or not, I always considered it to be a little bit too easy. And I always wished there were seeds that, yes, you could grow them in winter, but they're locked behind a wall, and you have to pass through that wall in order to get the seeds. So that you feel at least a little bit, you know, like you've achieved something in that aspect. Instead of just being like, well, you can grow these seeds from the very beginning. There is no season that is a weakness for the farmer. That I was going through with OBS, just randomly freezing on me. I think we're gonna be fine now. Alrighty. Just, deal with these chickens real quick. Which, arguably, I might sell some of them to sort of make amends for winter. Might not. Depends. I would like some seeds, though, for spring. Just because they're good to have ahead of time. Okay. And again, like I was saying previously in this series, you don't really have to worry about house upgrades or anything else when it comes to material at this point. So don't be too concerned about it, because there is no more major purchases other than animals that we can get now. Everything else is kind of based on how much money we have. So, like 50,000 gold at one point in the year, and selling a cow in year 2. That's about it. So that's the only major purchases that we have to do now. Otherwise, we don't have to worry about anything in the game. Other than how much money we can make by the end of it. Alrighty. Still, though, we only have 2 adult cows. That's not the best. I wish we had 3 of them at this point. Cow 4 might need some time to grow before we can get any milk out of that one. Great. Some milk. And some milk. Still, though, we're only missing 4 more cows before we have all of the cows we can possibly get in the game, which is honestly a great milestone. So once we get all the cows in the game, we'll be pretty set for money for the rest of it, honestly. There won't be anything we'll really need to buy other than seeds. And I'd really like to have a maximum amount of cows before spring, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Alright, well let me just check to see if we can get this feed really quick. I don't think we can, but... Nope. Might as well try to make some money. Alrighty. Let's get these poisonous mushrooms to sell. And we should be good. Honestly, winter's gonna be very, very slow. There's only a few things we can really do in that season. Mainly just getting the plots and everything ready for, spring, and that's about it. You can also plant the, frozen seed at winter that we bought from the peddler a long time ago. That's about it. Otherwise. Looks a little dangerous. Don't eat it. I sure hope we have time to do this. One last thing. And we do. Just barely. Alright. Off to bed. And with that, it's still winter! Friday, 29th of fall. Chickens, move! 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 Great, I just fed a chicken an egg. That's not counterproductive at all. Well, at least I can throw the eggs through the sign to be able to sell them, otherwise I would not be able to sell them right now. Honestly, I think the most annoying thing about farming would probably be the chickens. Also, how much money do we have? 6 o'clock. I want to have a good day today. We can buy another cow. I'm gonna be doing that. Probably against my better judgment. But I would like to try to get as many cows as possible, because the one thing that sucks about cows is they're a long-term investment. It takes about a month for them to grow up enough to where you can actually utilize them to their full potential. That's the one thing that sucks about it, because the one thing is, I'm not going to be able to make money off of poisonous mushrooms in winter, so I'm gonna have to try to find some other way that I can make money in winter. So, first couple days we'll probably be trying to figure that out. Because I don't remember if there's medical herbs that we can get in winter, or if there's, some kind of thing in the mountains I think we can get. Just not sure what. It's been a long time, and winter is usually the season that people play the least in this game. I mean, technically you play every single season, but spring's probably the most important, I guess. Because you play one spring until the end of summer at the end of the next, or the third year. Ah, good. We have another cow. It's fully grown. Alright. Yes, cow. Good girl. You look fine today. Yes, cow 2. Good girl. You look fine today. Yes, cow 4. You look good today. So once we buy the one other cow, we should have, honestly, a really good amount of cows there. Should be 9 cows. Now, there's only a few Harvest Moons where the limit of cows is apparent. Like, and there's also a few games that are Harvest Moon where there is no limit to the cows you can have, because you can just keep building. Ones such as that are DS Cute, or DS was one in particular where you could just keep building non-stop. So long as you still had room on your property, which was very, very large, you could continuously buy cows, chickens, ducks, alike. Which is one thing that I miss from that game, even though it was very buggy and it was a nightmare. Alright, let's go buy a cow. Doing this for a couple reasons. I don't think we can actually buy cows in winter. I might try if we have 5,000 in winter, but... Because of that, though, I might only be able to get 2 mushrooms today instead of 3, so that sucks. At least we had another cow to kind of make up for it. Get on the pin. Take good care. Name it with affection. I will be naming you... Cow... 9. Alright, named with love and affection. dun, 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 dun. Down, 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 down. No, no, no. Do, 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 do. I don't think I have time. I don't think I have the time to sell this. Nope. Oh well. Let's see, how much money do we have after buying Cow 9? 460, so I'll know roughly how much I got for the other cow. Now let's go talk to Cow 9. Doing good, doing good. I will try to see, though, if I can get any of this fodder before it's too late, because I don't think I can after, once winter is here. Nope, can't get it yet. I shall write in my diary before I go to bed. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. 30th of fall. Mountains are good. Shop is closed because it's Saturday. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty. See how much money we have. 30th of fall. Gonna have a good day today. Wow, 1,900. Was unexpected. Considering the fact that I have another cow giving me milk, I guess shouldn't be too unexpected. Didn't know there was an egg there, but thank God I grabbed it. Wouldn't want to leave an egg behind. Da, 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 da. Okay. So far, so good. Haven't had the same issues as before, thankfully. I do get mild slowdown on OBS in this room, probably because of the particles. Or, rather, entities on screen is quite a lot. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Give you this. Thank you. Continue on our merry way. Dun, 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 dun. Cows look fine today. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Just making sure if I milked them all. I'm not too sure if I have. Oh well. And looks like at the end of the game, it seems as though we're gonna have 12 cows. Which is a lot of cows. And again, try to buy them in close proximity with each other if you can. I know you can't buy cows on Sunday or Saturday, or when it's raining, which is kind of limiting. But at least try to make them relatively within the same time period so you can get them as fast as you can, because when you're working with a time limit in a game for when the game decides to end, it's rough when you also have to deal with time limits in order to get good at things, to get like a relatively decent ending. Now this game will pair endings with each other. There's like 13 or so of them. So you might get 2 endings at once. In my case, I'm probably going to get 3 at once. But yeah. Some of the endings are a little rare to get. And there's one that's really easy to get, and that's just literally sleep through the entirety of the first year and you'll get your first ending. Da da da. Yep, I'm not getting that. Alright. Let's just see how much that was. But all your shipping today costs 1,800 smackaroonies. That's great. It's gonna be a lot of money. But we'll be continuing on into winter in the next episode. See you guys then.